Alright, here we are again, July 17th. Today was not a great trading day. Started off okay, but then pretty much gave it all back. And here's how. So starting again with AMD, I did take an AMD or two at the beginning. Noticed this sharp move down. Into here. Notice this break and retest of this zone. Took a put. Started to go down. I think it just ended up hitting my stop loss. I think when it started rejecting here at VWAP again and the pre-market high, which is not a good sign, I think I ended up going short again and getting stopped out. But I mean, it did kind of sputter down a little bit, but that would not have been all that great of a play. One thing I am noticing though here is that if I go back, this zone here was the top of a couple days ago. I wonder if I would have. Okay, yeah, so we noticed some bouncing off that zone. So actually, if I just move that over one into today, let's see what we got. Sure enough, well, I would say this is an okay play. I mean, I probably should have done a better job in terms of recognizing that it was near pre-market high. I mean, pre-market low is that pink line. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. ARM, another killer today. For some reason, ARM and Palantir, I'm just not trading the best lately. Don't know what it is. I mean, come on. Again, like this looks somewhat, well, I guess I would call this like a B setup, really, because we get this pre-market high rejection, this zone rejection from today. This prior zone is from way back, apparently. But comes down hard, breaks pre-market low, breaks yesterday's high. We see this retest. I think I took a put in here. I think I had two of them at different times. One got stopped out. I think I did the dumbest thing that every dumb trader does, and I pulled the stop loss on that because I wanted to give it breathing room, which was silly because we didn't have a close below the zone for the break and retest. So not a great clean trade today. And sure enough, guess what I'm doing today? I'm holding and hoping, which is absolutely stupid. So looks like probably pop even higher tomorrow because it didn't come even lower than this kind of opening range here. So who knows, maybe it'll rebound tomorrow and it'll just go to zero. Thankfully it's only one contract, but still shouldn't be losing that much on it. Hood, I didn't touch Hood today. Hood today actually did. Oh, look at that in the after hours. Oh man, I had the 108 calls too. So Hood, I did trade yesterday. I think I held overnight from the day before, but this had a nice little bounce here over this pre-market high, yesterday's high, this zone. As you can see, this zone was the previous day's highs. Okay, nice little break, retest, support. Look at that. Just beautiful. Looks clean. Didn't take it though. IWM, funny enough, I did take a little bit of IWM today, but more as a scalp. And again, just not great trading on my end today. So this green candle came out, and I think it started consolidating here. I was thinking that was strong. I know that IWM has been finding support, I guess, in this region. So I was looking for that kind of break upward, or really the retest that happened in the break upward, but I took some here, and then as it climbed, I just scalped it. So it's green on that, I don't know, 30-50% for each contract. But other than that, was not an A+ setup. It was just a momentum scalp, really is all it was, in and out. Not really my style of trading, but NVIDIA, did I take NVIDIA today? Yes, I did actually. Oh, man. Apart from those poor trades earlier, these trades between NVIDIA and Palantir today were pretty good setups. But the problem is I should have held them a little bit longer. So this obviously came down into this zone. It was above the previous day's high, pre-market low, broke down to those, reclaimed above VWAP, took off. This tweezer bottom here, I think, was the conviction that made me think a tweezer bottom in this bottoming zone was something that I wanted to test long. So I did. As it went long, I think I took it 30-40%, something like that. I'd have to go back and look. But I feel like I need to give some of these things a little more room to run a little more. It's not always the case. It's like Palantir. Palantir, same thing. Okay, this has just been like the price action of Palantir, I swear, for quite a while. Opens up, dips down, and then takes off, and then sure enough, just runs, you know? I mean, I took Palantir, I think, as a dip buy here. And actually, this is what happened. The market started to look kind of red at first. So these first couple of bars, I didn't know that it was going to reclaim. SPY. Let me make sure I was on the right day, yeah. So, kind of hovered here, Qs. Again, just want to make sure I'm on the right day, actually. Yeah, so dips down into this zone. I was thinking that maybe things would start to go short. Palantir looked like it had a big rejection from pre-market high. So, this is what I did. I actually went long here. And I had my certain percent for a stop loss. And I started taking profits on everything else. They were just scalps and profits. And so I think what I was thinking in the back of my mind is that, look, I'm good for the day. I'm green. I've got a good amount of green. And then I don't want Palantir to go against me and take away some of that green. So what happened is I cut this too soon. I took the long here, and then it kind of did this, but then it came back down, and I was concerned it was gonna flutter down, but I think I cut it at like a 10% stop loss or something, or before my stop loss, and then sure enough, that thing would have been a banger, 100%er for sure. I just didn't give it time. That was my fault, my mistake. Silly of me. Qs. No, I took SPY today. That's what I did. SPY, A+ setup, just didn't pan out. You can see here, RSI divergence. Okay, increase in the chart, decrease in the RSI. One thing I said before is I'm not going to play it if it goes above into the red or the overbought section again. This didn't. It was a good decline. It still was close to 80, so maybe I should have been a little more careful there. A+ setup, took it here on this new high. Held it, had a nice dip. I was up a decent amount. Held on. I had the 626s for puts and just reclaimed VWAP, and you just saw this hold. I mean, previous day's high, didn't even touch it. Broke back up, above VWAP, above pre-market high. One thing that was a little disheartening is that my zone was charted out here in this space. That was the other confirmation for that rejection, is it was an RSI divergence up into this zone. But the problem is that I had a zone charted out from a couple of days ago at these highs. And sure enough, look at what SPY does. It comes down, but then it goes all the way back up into not today's zone, but the zone from a couple of days ago. It's kind of hovering there, and it just kind of keeps going, really. I mean, new all-time highs, I believe. I'd have to double check that to make sure, but again, just simple enough. Should have been bullish in a bull market, right? So I guess if I'm bearish, it's probably going to have to be scalps. But if it's going to be bullish, maybe I just start to hold. So Palantir, NVIDIA, SPY, all would have been great longs today. ARM had a good long today. Should have taken that off the bounce as well. Learning some tough lessons some days, but I've been at this for a long time, so I'm trying to record these so that I can reflect on my trading. Because already I'm starting to notice that just getting a little impatient at the beginning again. So that FOMO of wanting to take things quickly, I just need to give the opening time and just truly understand what my conviction is as to why I'm taking the trade. Some of my zones are starting to clash. I use software to chart those out, but I'm gonna have to tweak that, figure that out a little bit. So, all right, that's it.